The name of the shipwrecked vessel outside Cove Estate is Gulf Stream. However, its real identification remains unknown. In the meantime, toxic fuel is being leaked from it into the waters, causing a Tier 2 disaster and requiring national attention. Speaking at a press conference today, Chief Secretary Farley Augustine said the level of disaster has the potential to be elevated. More in this report from Kandace Jackson.
The name of the overturned vessel in the waters near Cove is Gulf Stream. This according to the Director of the Tobago Marine Safety and Security Services Limited, Alvin Douglas. However, he was unable to detect any other identifying marks to narrow down the aggressive search for the vessel's identity due to the vessel's dangerous position on the reef. Coast Guard officers were supposed to continue the investigations, according to Chief Secretary Farley Augustine. However, there is a challenge.
The water's a bit unsafe at the moment to facilitate the dive, and so they are just waiting it out to be able to make the dive safely.
The search continues for the vessel's identity. Regarding how the vessel ended up near Cove undetected,
well, we suspect that for a while the vessel was submersed under the water for a while, and so it was perhaps easy for it to make a trek without being observed until very late.
What is certain is that it left a trail of fuel on the surface of the sea all the way up to Roxborough and debris on the ocean floor.
From what we have seen in the underwater footage, we have seen the ship essentially create a pathway through the reef where the ship dragged itself, where the currents dragged the ship through the reefs.
After some initial testing, the fuel was identified as diesel. Cleanup efforts have begun with TEMA mobilizing a team of 80 workers and search volunteers. The sargassum seaweed on the beaches, often seen as problematic, is helping the situation. It absorbs the diesel, making removal easier. Augustine announced it was being removed to Stolly Park.
You must note that we have a sealed containment area at the dumping Stolly Park, a sealed containment area for which we are storing the contaminated sargassum.
Several state and non-state entities are in Tobago helping with the cleanup efforts and assessments as well, but time is ticking. While there are concerns about the lack of immediate action, Augustine explained certain protocols had to be followed.
Because the specialist equipment required for this cleanup was never resident on the island in the first place, that meant that there has to be a lapse time to get it to the island for the kind of work to happen.
In the meantime, this has been labeled as a Tier 2 disaster.
At the Tier 2 level, it means that we are, from our end, declaring this not just a disaster, but we're declaring it as a disaster that requires national attention.
With the potential to be elevated, meaning the situation can get worse. Kandace Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.